I'm glad you have your voice back. Are you doing okay this morning? Are you doing okay this morning?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am so glad you're here. I do have another animal and I'm going to show that to you here in a little bit. Right now I need to go out to the goats, the buck pen, and look at that. I got some more shade cloths in and I need to figure out how to put them up over here for the goats. What would be the best place to put them at so that the goats don't tear them up, that they actually work, that they provide shade, hopefully for the water and for the goats. So that's what I'm going to do first. But I want to tell you that yesterday, I think I need to clean this. Hang on. Okay, yesterday, Sean and Curtis came over and helped me do some work around the house. Several weeks ago, I hired them to come out, and they come out and they earn a little bit of money, and I get some help around here. They do a great job. Yesterday, we did come out and we bolused the boy goats. We copper bolused them. We trimmed the hooves, or the boys held them and I trimmed the hooves. And then we did the same thing for the does. I see this morning that this water's dirty. Not the cleanest, but it's not real bad. But that one, a duck's been in. This morning when I came out, I did see one of the ducks that are laying on eggs in that water. Not in it, but messing around with it. Looks like she might have gotten into it. So what I did yesterday, and look how dirty this is. This was filled up last night, and so was this one. So what I did yesterday was, since putting the waters up on the milk stand, or the milk crates is helping, I took the blue water out because they were still getting into that blue bucket that I was putting water in. They were still getting into that. So I moved that and put these two on milk crates over here. And the reason I put them over here is because that's where the most shade is. And because over there it gets green like within a day, like really bad green. So I put those over there. The blue one I put with the does. I haven't filled it up yet. I washed it yesterday, but I haven't filled it up. So I'm going to do that here in a little bit. I think that rubber tub is leaking a little bit. I think I might have put a hole in it when I was using an axe to break the ice over the winter when we had like really cold temperatures and the ice was real thick. But anyway, it does hold some water, but I think it's got a slow leak, and so it's supposed to be getting really hot. I want to make sure that they have enough water over there during the heat. There are more of them over there, plus the dog over there. So this right here is enough for these two goats, if we can just find a way to keep the ducks out of it. Now, the other day I found these two nests. There's eggs there and no one's sitting on them. I don't even know where the ducks are, but there's another nest here. There is a duck on that one. And then Sean pointed out yesterday there's another nest over here that I was not aware of. Nobody's sitting there yet, but somebody is collecting a lot of eggs, and that looks like chicken eggs. They don't look quite as big as the duck eggs. That's a lot of eggs. That's a lot of white eggs, considering that there's 3 hens out here, and I think only one of them would lay one that light of a color. Plus, this chicken over here from the last video showed you sitting on eggs is still there, still on eggs. And I saw her up the other day. She did get up and get some food when I came out. And then, of course, when she gets up, she's going to get a drink. So one of the things that I use Sean and Curtis for is I had to, like I said, give copper bolus to the goats and trim their hooves. And so Curtis was holding them while I trimmed their hooves. Sean filmed, but there wasn't very much footage that I could use for a video. So he did film it while Curtis held the goats, and I trimmed the hooves and gave them their copper bolus. I'm going to get away from these birds for a minute. They're loud. So the hooves are really bad, and it looks like And I don't mean like hoof rot or anything like that, but just really overgrown. It's been a while since I've trimmed their hooves, and we had a really wet spring, and so I probably need to get someone out here, a professional out here, and do their hooves to maybe 3 times and get them back to where they need to be, and then that way I could take back over. I don't know. So Amy's certainly better at that than I am, and she did come over and help with Pebbles. I think it was Pebbles' feet when she came to pick up the boys. So we also put up, like I said, I got new tarps in the mail. They came actually yesterday, delivered at the house, and so we put new tarps up here at the chicken coop, and that was something that Sean wanted to do, so he got the tarps up, and so now they have this second tarp up here. There's the first one I put up here's the second one to cover that whole top there. That right there is to protect them on the west, and this kind of gives them shade in the mornings, and they really like it. You'll see they'll spend most of their time up here in the shade as it gets hotter in the day. I do need to give them some fresh water though, I see that. So anyway, they're looking pretty good and they're pretty happy. But those tarps, I have one that I put up front on one of the cages up front, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But I have, I don't know, 2 or 3 tarps left that size, and I'm trying to figure out how to put it up over here. What would be the best way to give the boys some shade, because they don't have any trees. They do have some protection because of the shelter. If this, like in the mornings, there's shade on the other side of that shelter. You got shade right here because of this building and because of the tree behind me. But as the day goes on and the sun gets right over our head, there's a lot less shade to be had. There is a little bit right in this area in the middle of the day, and then in the evening, as the sun's going down over there on the west side, this shelter has shade on this side, and that shelter as well has shade on this side. But I'm looking for a way to provide more shade for their water to help, one, keep it cool, but also to protect it from the sun and keep it from getting algae as bad. And then the boys need some more shade. The problem I'm running into is, you see how destructive they are. They do that to the buildings, they do that to the fence, and they fight with each other all the time. And goats will do that in general, but the bucks are really bad about it. The girls, remember, I moved the fence, I extended the fence out, and now they have that tree over there that will provide some shade for them. And actually, it does a really good job providing shade for them throughout the day. But the boys, I'm trying to figure out a way to put a shade cloth up. Last summer, Greg and I put a pretty good sized shade cloth up. We attached it to that roof and some T-posts, and it lasted for a while. They did get to it. We had to keep putting it up. Same with the girls. We did the same thing with the girls, and they would stand on their hind legs. And of course, River, speaking of River was bigger than the other goats, and she was able to stand up and grab the shade cloth and pull it down. And but River is gone, and she was gone in the last video I did. I didn't mention it, and I didn't see any comments where anybody else had noticed it, but River did leave. She is over at Amy's at Living in Abundant Grace Homestead, if you want to go over there and see what's going on with River. I had never had River on a milk stand because I don't milk my goats, but Amy is milking her, and from what I understand, she is producing a lot of milk, and she's doing a really good job on the milk stand. So if you want to go over there and check her out over there, but she is not out here. And I guess I need to find my dog. Oh, Tucker's in that, I think Tucker's in that shelter hiding from the sun probably. I better come over here and see. I think I see him. But let me make sure real fast, because he should be out here. Yeah, I see him. He's just laying in there. He's coming out. He sees me. Hey, buddy. Hey, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Good boy. So, got them taken care of yesterday. Got the shade cloths. I got to figure out another way to take care of the boys. And now I've got a new animal that I want to show you. Let's not pass her up without saying hi. She's already had breakfast, but she's acting like she's hungry. Maybe I should give her a little bit more. She needs to have some more shade over here. And here is the other one. The other animal, the newbie. It is a buck. And he's very scared. I got him yesterday afternoon. Hey, Axel. Hey, buddy. You gonna let me film and talk for a minute? This is where I put one of the shade cloths. Just earlier this morning. Let's come over here and see. He's scared of me. So one of the things that Curtis did was weed eat back here. I need to get this stuff picked up, but it's been there a while, and it may be there a while. I don't know. I wish he'd come over here. The reason I got that buck is because you guys know that I'm keeping a lot of does from this year, and the does that I have the adult does that I have, a lot of them are related to the bucks that I have already. I have 2 bucks. Now I have 3 to put in some different genetics into the herd, but also this goat is, not only does he have blue eyes, but he's naturally polled, and I'm wanting to see if I can get some more naturally polled babies coming, so that I don't have to get them disbudded. It doesn't really cost a whole lot. I think it's like $15 right now per goat to get them disbudded. Not that big of a deal. When you go to selling bucks though, and you're not getting well, now about $100 for a buck, which it used to be. I've sold bucks, and I sold that bottle baby this year for $150. I've sold bucks for $150 and $125, and now we're down to $100. And so, you know, $15 takes part of that out. So it would be nice to not have to spend that money to take them to the vet to get them disbudded. But also, it is not a comfortable thing to watch, and it is not a comfortable experience for them. They burn the horns off when they're just coming up, just starting to come up. They're budding, and so I want to try to avoid that and get more naturally polled ones here. And he's pretty colorful. He's tri-colored. I haven't really gotten to take a good look at him because I just had him in the cage and let him settle in. He's 7 weeks old. He's very scared. I put food and water in there last night. I couldn't tell that he had eaten or drank anything. I hope he is. It's something that I'm going to keep an eye on. All of my little ones, except for the bottle baby, is eating goat food. Even though they're still in their mother's milk, they are eating goat food, and they are eating grass. So I can, at 7 weeks, I'm assuming he's doing the same thing, but I haven't seen it yet. I need to try to figure out a different place for him. I didn't think this one all the way through. I wasn't planning on getting another buck right now. I knew I was going to get a buck, but as I was online trying to sell my bucks and my little doelings, I ran into him and saw him, and the blue eyes and polled was something that I wanted. So here he is. Can't put him with the bucks, they'll be too rough. Can't put him with the does because Nigerian dwarfs start breeding really early. The bucks especially, the bucks are able to breed really early as 7 weeks old. And so not really wanting to put him over there. Not to mention the pen over here. The buck's pen is made of cattle panels, and he can fit through that. I mean, he's bigger than her, but he can definitely fit through these holes in the cattle panel, and so he could get out. And he doesn't know us yet, doesn't know this place yet, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to put another one with the chickens either. And it's going to get hot. It's going to get really hot the next few days. So I need to come up with something. And I need to come up with a way to put up shade for them. Another thing that we started doing while the boys were here is trying to take cattle panels and put it along the fence of the backyard where the dogs stay. I've got Caleb and I've got Maggie that can jump the fence. So the cattle panels are taller than the fence, so I'm putting cattle panels there hoping that that will keep them from jumping the fence. I think it'll work for Caleb, but I don't think it's going to work for Maggie. So it was Curtis and I that took this fence down here in the center where we had this separated. At one time we had Greg's dog in the back because she couldn't get along with anyone. And then when Maggie and Chester showed up, I didn't know if Caleb or Tucker would get along with them, so I kept them in the back here, and until they started getting out. They dug up under and they climbed over and got out anyway. So I opened it all up, and then yesterday Curtis and I started taking down the cattle panels and putting them up, and this is about as far as we've gotten from the house to here. To right here. We did get one cattle panel over there by the house coming this way, but I've got all this that needs to be done. And I think Maggie can get out anyway. I think she can still get over that. I don't think Tucker can, and I don't think he would. I think that's just enough to keep him in, because he has a harder time getting over than she does. She can jump higher than him. He's a little bit taller than her, but she's pretty agile. So I think the plan for the rest of the day is to finish mowing. I did the front yard, I think yesterday, I don't remember, day before, and so I still need to mow out all of here and out there. Curtis did some weed eating for me yesterday, and that was good that he got that done for me. And I'm gonna waters to clean. I'm gonna clean the cow's water today while it's down low before I fill it back up. I'm gonna clean it out and fill it back up, and then like I told you guys earlier, I showed you the chicken water needs to be cleaned out, so I'm gonna do that. And so that is all that I have for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And do me a favor, hit that like button, leave me a comment below. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and press that subscribe button. Share the videos out with your friends that you think might enjoy this kind of content, and we'll see you on the next video.